Hey everyone, Jerry here, and welcome to another episode. In today's episode, we'll be working on the one and only Joan of Arc. Now, before we get started, I think it's fair to state that there are numerous videos about Joan of Arc out in the internet. But if you happen to stumble upon this one, let me give you a couple of quick things about who she is. Joan of Arc was born in 1412 in the village of Domremy in France. She grew up during a time of conflict between France and England. This was the 100-Year War. When she was born, it had been going on for about 80 years or so. At the age of 13, she started hearing voices of the Archangel Michael, Saint Margaret, and Saint Catherine, who told her that she was chosen by God to lead the French army to victory. Despite being a young girl and having no military training, Joan convinced the French king to let her lead the army. She led the French to several victories against the English. However, Joan's success was short-lived. She was captured by the English and put on trial for heresy by the Bishop Pierre Beauchamp. Accusation ranging from she didn't hear angelic voices, she heard demonic voices, and she wore man's clothing. Despite being threatened with torture and death, Joan refused to recant her belief. And one thing led to another, and she was burned at the stake in 1413 at the age of 19. It wasn't until later on that everyone realized, oh wait, she was the real deal and we screwed up the trial. After that revelation, Joan of Arc was canonized as a saint by the Catholic Church on May 16, 1920 by Benedict XV. And that's about the gist of it. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get on to the work at hand. I think starting off, it's best to explain a little bit of the madness behind this series. Yes, series. There are 2 more coming. And this stems from me just wanting to do some religious pieces. I hadn't done them in a while and I really wanted to do a couple of them. And so I was looking for something to anchor them in. And I stumbled upon the word vision. Now, it's an interesting word because it has 3 different definitions of itself. The first is your vision. Can you see, kind of a thing. Second is what is the vision you have for your life and the steps leading up to it, right? And then the third one is one that's found in scripture, in which it depicts an encounter that people have with God, after which they're radically transformed and go on to do as well. And I thought that would be the perfect word to name all of these pieces. Secondly, I am a sucker for knights in armor, so that kind of narrowed things down greatly for this. Okay, that's enough talk. Let's get into this. Et voila, we are done. Overall, this is a great piece, but I did notice one issue: the lighting. It's not well defined with 3 conflicting light sources, the background, the rays of light, and Joan's halo. While it's not a major problem, it could be improved for better clarity. Next, I always aim to provide some historical context when portraying characters. So in this case, I added the fleur-de-lis. Its exact origin remained unknown. We do know that it became the symbol of the French monarchy in the 12th century, and then later was adopted by the Catholic Church. And just in case that's not enough, I also included a modern version of the French flag, because not everybody knows what you know. Lastly, I wanted to address Joan's martyrdom. She was tragically burned at the stake. So, I incorporated ash flakes over the image to symbolize this solemn event. That concludes today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the video. When did you first learn about Joan of Arc? Any guesses on the 2 mysterious pieces coming up? Share your thoughts with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, take care.